Did you know that we have 4 secret functionalities in Power BI? If you want to learn how to improve your analysis with these 4 secrets, stay with me until the end. So today I'm going to show you the 4 secrets that few people know in Power BI. The first one will be the focus mode. The focus mode is especially used when you are presenting your dashboard in a meeting and you want the spectators to focus on a single visual or a single number. How can we do that? We can go, for example, here in the sales in period and click here in focus mode. As you can see, this will enlarge the visual and it will occupy the entire screen. With this, it will be much easier for your audience to focus on the number that matter at that moment. And this will work for every single visual inside your dashboard. If I go here, we can go and focus on this chart. If you want to focus on the table, we just have to click here and open the table. It's pretty useful, and the main focus, like I told you, is for meetings. The second tip is the performance analyzer. The performance analyzer is used to analyze, as the name said, the performance of your dashboard, especially the load time of each visual. How can we activate this? We go into Optimize and Performance Analyzer. It will open the screen here and we need to start recording. To record what's happening here, we need to refresh the visuals. As you can see, every visual was loaded and received a duration in milliseconds. I will stop here because I don't want the analysis to continue. I just need it once. And then if you click here, you will see that for each visual received a single analysis. This analysis is divided by 3 categories. DAX query, that is the time between the visual sending its query and the result being returned. It's the time that your DAX query needed to run and return the calculations to that specific visual. The visual display is the time taken for the visual to render the specific visual, okay, including any external calls. So if we need to grab from a table, from another measure, from another visual, it will input the time here and it will make the load faster or slower. And others is the time waiting in a queue. For example, if you have a very big table and we want to load that table here using this table at the bottom as an example. If we have more data, this table will spend more time loading. Then the fault is by the other because it will need to load that query, load that table to display here. If you want me to analyze and do a deep dive in this matter of performance analyzer, ask me in the comments below and I will make a special video just about this topic. The third tip that I have to give you is the dynamic titles. For example, if I want to create here a sales in period and show the years that I'm selected in my visual, how can I do that? I can create a specific measure that will reflect the year selected in my year filter. How can we do that? Let's create a measure here. I will call title. So the measure will have three variables and the calculation itself. The first measure, the first variable, it will be my var year. That will be a selected value of my year. Okay? Then I will need the var b minimum year. That will be my min year. And then my var max year. That will be my max year. Then I will return and do a switch. I already explained switch here. Switch is a function that have the same functionality that if, but allows more than 2 arguments. And I think it's much easier and faster to create the logic that if. So I want to use a switch. And if my value of my argument is true, return that value. If my selected value, my var year, is null, I want that return all the period. If not, I want to return only the year filtered. So let's go. If it's blank, my variable year, it will return sales in period plus my min year plus a sign here plus my max year. If it's not blank, it will be the sales in period and my year. Why I'm using is blank? Because selected value only returns a value if we select a single value in our filter. For example, if we select only 1 year in the filter, it will return a value. If we select 2 or more, it will return blank. So that's why I'm using this logic. And then I will hit enter. Then let's change here. I will select my visual, go to the format. In the title, I want to select here the functions, so I can select a conditional format. I want to use a field value and my measure, that is title. As you can see now, it's showing the sales in the selected period. In this case, 2010 to 2014. If I open here my filter, you see that it's respecting the filter. So let's change here to 2013. As you can see now, it's showing 2013, 2014. And if I change here to just 1 year, it's just showing us 1 year. It's pretty cool, pretty useful, and it can be applied to everything that you want. I will leave you to your creativity. The logic will be the same, you just have to apply to different arguments or different tables that you want to show the result here. And the fourth secret is dynamic colors for our visuals. There are 2 ways that we can do that, using the traditional formatting of Power BI and using a measure. I like to use a measure more because it's more reliable and more easier to do the maintenance and use it in different visuals at the same times. Let me show how it's done. I will create a measure here. Let's assume that we want that if our sales be higher than 6 million, it will be green. If it's lower than 6 million, it will be red. So let's create here new measure. I will call sales color, and will be again a switch. If our total sales are higher than 6 million, then I want that to be green. Here we need to use the hexadecimal code for each color. I have already saved here. I already saved the codes that I need, but if you Google it, you will see many sites that give you these codes, so it's very easy to search. So I want, if it's higher than 6 million, to be green. Otherwise, it will be red. Then I hit enter. Now I'm going to go here in my format, and in my column, instead of using a selected color here, I will go to the conditional formatting. As you can see, here is the traditional way when you give a specific rules, and Power BI will respect that rules to create the colors. Or we can change the format style for gradient rules to field value. I will select the sales measure, sales color measure. And voila, as you can see, it is respecting our colors. If the sales is higher than 6 million, it's green. Otherwise, it's red. The advantage to this method, instead of using the format color inside the visual, is that we can apply this to every visual in our table. If we have, for example, other visual here that do the sales, we can use the same measure to put the color in the same formatting that this graphic here. And then if we need to add it, we just have to go to the sales color measure and add it here. So it automatically reflect to the all visuals that are being using this measure here. It's pretty cool, right? So this was the 4 secrets that few people know in Power BI. I hope that you like it. So what do you think of today's video? Let me know all in the comments below. Do you want to know more tips like this? I have prepared a special ebook just for you that contains a lot of tips and secrets surrounding Power BI. If you want to know more, go check the fixated comments here below. I'm pretty sure that will help you a lot in your data journey. And don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. I see you guys on our next video.